Hey, my friends, Mark Cunningham at Grace Property Management. So do you currently use VAs, virtual assistants? We do, and certainly this is very much in vogue right now in our industry. You've probably heard a lot of the chatter. So let me share with you just a couple reasons why we've seen in the PM companies that we talk to, that we coach, that we use ourselves, why VAs don't work. When it doesn't go wrong, why doesn't it go wrong? I'm gonna share those reasons with you, and then I'll tell you who I recommend you contact if you're looking to potentially hire a virtual assistant company here at the end. So number one is you think they can do anything. You know what? I was talking to PM. I'm just going to hire a VA and I'm going to have them handle all of our maintenance. You know what? While I'm at it, I think I'm going to have them do our rent collection too. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm just have the VA do it. Why would the VA be, if you can't figure it out, what makes you think they're going to be able to figure it out? So too often PMs just think they can just offload the things that you can't figure out yourself onto someone, and just because they're a VA living in another country, they're going to magically be able to make all those things go away, the problems go away that you couldn't make go away yourself. That's not going to happen. I was talking to one PM not too long ago, and they were overloaded with just their email. Just that's it. They were like, oh, I'm so swamped on email. I just can't handle it anymore. And they said, you know what, Mark? I'm going to hire a VA to take care of my email. What do you think? I said, gosh, that sounds like a great idea. Like what do you mean they're going to take care of your email? And they said, they're going to take care of my email. Like they're going to do my email for me. I said, well, I'm a little confused. Like if you hired me to do your email, like I don't really know what that means. Am I just supposed to like delete stuff? Do you want me to respond pretending I'm you? Do you want me to forward to a different email address that's you? Like, what does that mean? She's like, don't bother me with details. They're just going to do it. Not going to work real well. Make sure that you know they can't do everything magical. They're not fairies. Number two reason that VAs fail is you don't give them the process to follow. If you tell them to do your lease renewals, you better give them a step-by-step training checklist on how to do that. It's interesting. I find when PMs hire an employee for their business, like who's going to work in the office, you spend time training them, don't you? You bring them in, you sit down across the desk with them, you train them how to do lease renewals. Here's the call you make. Here's what you say on the phone. Here's the document you sign. Detailed. But yet for some reason, when that same PM hires a VA, a virtual assistant, to do the lease renewal process, they just say something like, hey, do lease renewals. Figure it out. Good luck. That was awesome. Doesn't work. You've got to make sure you give them a detailed process. If you want to understand how detailed your processes are, start using a VA. If you have detailed processes, odds are that VA will be successful. If you don't have a detailed checklist and process, and you know we're all about checklists here, then they're going to fail. Number three, you don't think the VA needs to be managed. You think that because they're in some other country where you can't see, they're just going to be a workhorse for you and get it done. That may not be the case. They're a person just like the other employees in your office. When your employees drive you crazy, don't think the VA is just not going to drive you crazy because you never see them. You never see them, but if you saw them, they would probably still drive you crazy because they need managed. They get sick. They need vacation time. They show up late. They leave early. They're people too. You need to manage them like you manage your other people. You need to have one-on-ones with them every single week, I believe. You need to make sure you're checking in with them, having teleconferences, having phone conferences, but they have to be managed, probably even more managed, because they're not working out of your office. That's just the reality. I had a PM say to me when this whole COVID stuff was going on, everybody was working remote. He said, Mark, aren't you worried about your people, remote workers, like all of your employees who are working from home? Aren't you worried they're not really working hard? I get what they were saying, but I said, no, I mean, I like our team. I trust our team. If I thought they wouldn't be working hard, they wouldn't be here. But yet when it comes to a VA, nobody ever thinks that. Of course they're working hard. Well, maybe they're not. You need to manage that individual, and there's a number of ways to do that. Here's one recommendation, one positive thing. If you do decide to hire a VA, your first VA, what my suggestion would be is that you give them initially your simplest and your most routine tasks. What are the things that anybody could kind of do? Give that to your virtual assistant. Don't start them off with the hardest things. You're guaranteeing failure for them. Start them off with the easy things. Now you're like, well, Mark, I want to get rid of the hard stuff. I know you do, but don't start there. Start off with the simple routine tasks that you can give to a VA. Now, if you're thinking about that, well, what are those tasks? Like, what should be some things I could send out to a VA? Here's who I recommend you contact. HireSmart Virtual Assistants is a VA company started and run by professional property managers. That's what they do. And they realized how PM companies can use VAs. So they started a company specifically for PMs. They only do PM VAs. That's a lot of initials. They only do property management virtual assistants. So they train the virtual assistants in PM. They make sure they're educated, like they're sharp with this stuff. Better way to do it is this. Email me, Mark, M-A-R-C, Mark at rentgrace.com. I will give you a personal intro to the people over at HireSmart VAs. And they can tell you a couple things. Number one, they're going to tell you the best tasks for you to use VAs on. They'll say something, if you're like, I think I'm going to start it off on having them do all of my maintenance. Ooh, maybe not the best thing to do. Maybe it is, but maybe not. So they'll help you decide that. They'll help you decide which VA is best for you, how to train them. They handle all that stuff for you. So drop me an email. I will make the introduction for you. It'd be my pleasure to do so. Okay, if you want more information like this, visit us at pmbuild.com. Go to our video page. We've got all sorts of stuff over there. Check out our processes. Right? One of the big things we are in process, if you hire a VA, look at our documents. Use those documents and processes. And I also wanted to highlight one of the things we have on there is we've got coaching. We've got a video coaching program. If you're not a member of that, I suggest you sign up. I do one-on-one coaching. I'm going to have a slot opening, I believe, next month. So if you want to get on the waiting list for that, drop me an email, and I will see if we can spend some time one-on-one coaching together. Hey, my friends, I wish you a lot of success. Check out the concept of VAs. It could be a game changer for your business.